here tonight. Frustrating. Let's just move these chat boxes over ever so slightly. Right, let's go on TikTok as well, shall we? Right, let's try that again. How are we all doing tonight? Oh, no, wrong one. So we're going to be searching for potential alien radio signals. What the hell was that? It scared the life out of me. I could hear these sounds. So yeah, we're going to be searching again for potential alien radio signals coming in from amongst the stars. We're going to be searching on a frequency called the hydrogen line. That's the yellow line at the top of the screen. And it is the place where we heard the infamous WOW signal back in the 1970s there. One of our best candidates as a potential alien radio signal. Now, what a better way to spend Halloween listening out to seeing what is going on amongst the stars. You're back over on YouTube. Hey up, good to see ya. Yeah, the internet was not having it there. Norwegian Stig, how are you doing? Good to see you in there, and thank you for the alien pet there.
Nom nom nom, thanks guys.
Feeding Alan there. Alan's actually in fancy dress today because it's Halloween. He's come dressed as me. Gotcha, hon. Hello, what do you think of Alan's costume there, guys? MG1 as well, thank you for the gift. Appreciate that. We had some issues getting on earlier. Oh, but hey, let's try it again now. The gremlins just decided to disappear, up. I'm hoping they won't reappear now. But it took a while. Yeah, TikTok blocking us. And then also the signal going at the internet here. Very frustrating. But hey, we are back. And we are back again searching for those potential alien radio signals coming in from amongst the stars. If we've got any new people in the minute, say hello. Tell us where you're watching from then. How do you feel about the alien phenomena there? Do you think we are alone in the universe? Or maybe there's life out there? There are so many planets to potentially host life, but maybe those distances are too far. Or are we being visited? How do you feel there? Because that's what we're doing tonight. We are searching for potential alien radio signals coming in from amongst the stars on a frequency called the hydrogen line. That's the yellow line at the top of the screen there. The place or the channel on the radio dial. Scientists think that we're most likely to hear the hello, is anybody else out there signal. Like we heard in the 1970s, infamous WOW signal was detected right there, and we want to hear, ideally, a repeat of that one. Calvin's in. How are you doing there, Calvin? We've got a few of our messages as well, though. Jersey, excellent. I love that as well. I bet you've got some interesting skies over on Jersey as well there. Absolutely not alone, Red. I tend to strongly lean that way as well, especially with some of the stuff that's coming out of the US now, those whistleblower claims there. But the universe is just far too vast as well, isn't it? Okay, I have foxed it. I can't take any credit. The gremlins just left the machine. I had a sulk, had some dinner, and it seems to be working now. So we'll see if anything else plays ball. But yeah, we're going to be doing those hunts, those searches for potential alien radio signals. Now, give us a follow if you are not already, because we do this every night. So if it's cloudy, we're searching for the alien radio signals. If it's not cloudy, then we get the camera out and we do a live UFO, UAP, a skywatch. There's some actual footage there. See all the weird and wonderful things flying around in the night sky. We are based in Wiltshire here in the UK, right in the heart of crop circle country, and just down the road from Stonehenge. So we're looking for strange and anomalous things when we're doing that stream. And if you're following us, hopefully you'll get the notification when we go live there. Fraser as well, thank you for the gifts there. And Diamonds is Scotland. Very, very active in Scotland. Have you seen anything up there, Diamonds? Because we've got a few in our community just are constantly saying how active it is. I'm a little bit jealous as well for that one. Where are we there? It's definitely Fox there. How you doing, Fraser? Good to see you. How has everyone's Halloween been? We've got lots of sweeties there. And Angela over on YouTube, happy Halloween. Hope it was a good one for you there. And Ahab's also over on Twitch as well. So, guys, if you're not following us, do us a favour over on YouTube and Twitch. We are at The Thing UFO. So it's a good place, a little backup if it all goes wrong, as sometimes it does on TikTok. Good place to follow us there. But also, you get the horizontal view. So when we're doing a skywatch, you see a bit more of the sky there, a bit more of the action of those UFOs flying around. But also, when we're doing this, there's all extra stuff going on that you guys can't see on TikTok here. We've got some actual signal analysis going on over here. We've got information about stars in zone and stuff like that. And then behind me is a live sky map there, and it shows us exactly where the dish is pointing and what stars that are close by are in that catchment radio there, so you can see more that's going on. Where are we in the chat there as well? Calvin, thank you for the gifts, and thank you for feeding Alan.
Thank you for the alien pets, guys.
Alan's wearing his Halloween costume there. He thought, what's the scariest human thing he could think of? apparently it's my face. So that's his costume there, guys, tonight. Red, my father told me since I was... Oh, my little chat box is not wide enough to see the messages there. Since I was younger... told me so since she was younger. Really? Did your father have any experiences there as well? I love that. We've seen spectacular comets. I mean, that's a good point. You don't necessarily do you need the UFOs, the aliens, to make it an awesome thing up there. Space is just so fascinating, and nature tends to put on a show. We do see a lot of shooting stars and things like that. Comets too when we're doing our sky watches there as well. David, thoughts on Bob Lazar? I like Bob Lazar. I think as time goes on, he gets more credible. Now, how much... I think he definitely believes, what he's seen now. I think he's being truthful there. Now, how much of it was kind of misinformation planted with him to try and put other people off the scent, and how much of it was real? I think the majority there. I do think his story about the reverse engineering, his experiences there, definitely there. Laura, we are back on. Yes, we are. And Marcus, hello. We are back on for now. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully it will... Hopefully it'll go to plan. And now the bugs have left the system for now. No, we've not been back on long though. What, 5 minutes? Literally just 5 minutes there. Diamond. I'm in the middle of the countryside, so zero light. Oh, I'm a little bit jealous of that. Those skies. Oh, zero light pollution. I bet they'll be absolutely fantastic to see what's going on there. And Curly, welcome aboard there. Where are you joining us from tonight? Good to have you all in there. Thank you for the follow there. Yes, we're shown different planets and said they're a lot closer than we are told. And our interesting take on that one. I like it. So a lot closer than we're told. Is that we're not told because our outright lies, hiding the truth element, or is it that it's our human understanding hasn't quite got a good grip on what's going on up there as well? Happy Halloween, Laura Lass. Good to see you in there. Thank you for the gifts there, Marcus. Appreciate that. All the gifts and the patrons things do go back into the stream, helping us improve what we are doing here. And you fed Alan as well?
Nom nom nom, thanks, guys.
Yes, Alan, you can take your costume off. There we go. Take it off now. Alan's back to normal. Just finished watching Casper. Oh, classic. I did really want to watch a spooky one tonight, but fate was not on the side tonight. I was having a bit of a sulk when our stream didn't go to plan. It's totally beautiful there. And Tiny, why did it go red? Good question there. So Tiny, what's happening on the screen here? Because I haven't done my little introduction. So right at the very top, that is the live radio signals coming in across all the different frequencies or channels. There, so you're seeing all those spikes and things. And where that yellow line is, that is the interesting zone for us. That's where we expect to see an alien radio signal if there is one sent to us. Now, this middle sector directly above us, there where the blue is and where that red box keeps appearing, that's a different sort of layer of analysis there. So it's taking the signals coming in at the top and representing them slightly differently. It's working on averages there, so it's easier for us to see patterns and trends, and they'll illuminate certain colours as well to help us identify those. And that red box that keeps appearing there, that is the micro signal analysis there. So it's looking for, in any signals that come in or in the background noise that is there any clues that there might be a signal that is getting drowned out there? So you've got to think, if you're in a crowded room there and you can hear lots of conversations and some music going on, there's word but you can't quite make them out because it's so noisy. That's kind of what that background noise is like. But it's nature and the universe just emitting radio waves constantly. And why now we're getting an unstable internet quality video there. I'm going to have to have words with my internet provider. So what that's doing is listening and trying to see if in amongst that can we pick out a faint signal, any clues there, because these distances are so vast there. By the time any signal travels across the galaxy to reach us here, the good chance they're going to be so faint that they might not come up as a clear spike. So that's what that's doing, and it's analysing that for those signs that there might be a signal. Then directly behind me we have the sky map there, which updates live, and it's got a little target directly behind me that shows you all of the stars and the planets that are close by and in range there. And just up to the top, but to the left, middle left, sorry. Again, you can't see it on TikTok, you can see it on YouTube and Twitch. You've got the waveform analysis there, so it's processing the signal coming in there, the radio signal, and comparing it to previous potential candidate signals there to see if we get a match. And then to the right of the middle section, you've got the information around the planets, the stars that are in our range. At the minute, we have one called Difter there, and the star is 96.3 light years away. That's quite a while, so it would take 96.3 years for the light of that star to reach us here, or if they were sending us a radio message, it would take us 96.3 years to reach us there, and then the same again if we want to reply. The required power for them to send that radio signal to us, the minimum power for us to be able to detect it there would be 104.31 gigawatts, and we don't know of any planets in orbit around that there, but that might just be our signal there. Queeg, hello Queeg, sorry I'm missing you there. Alan,
Nom nom nom, thanks guys.
thank you for the gifts and stuff there. We're also, guys, doing, if we reach the goal there tonight, or there should I say, we're also going to do a little Q&A with Alan as a Halloween surprise there, so Alan can come in and answer your questions. Now, where are we in the chat? Let me catch up a bit there. Kate, on Twitch there, thought the screen was going to stay black then. TikTok's been a little bit... So I'm staying over here for now. TikTok is really having a sulk at the minute there. And Angela over on YouTube says, the scariest thing is Wrexham beating Coventry there. That is the scariest thing for Halloween there. Queegswell coming in with the hashtags. All of those likes, those shares, those hashtags, guys, do help us find more and more like-minded people there like yourselves. Get us shown around there, and the more eyes and minds looking at the phenomena, the better. The more we can all piece this puzzle together there. And markers are kind of like Alan's costume, yeah. Exactly there. And Laura Lass as well. I like releasing my inner child on Halloween and watching family-friendly, spooky themed films. I think you're right on the money there. I've been really trying to make an effort to do that because I'm so bloody miserable. But trying to make the most of the seasons like that, just kind of letting yourself go back there. No matter what's going on in life, to what degree you can, just making the effort to do that one. I've been totally bad at it this year, but I think you're totally right there, Laura Lass. And Queeg as well. I saw Casper back in '95 at the cinema the Kinema in Woodhall Spa. So the Kinema, I've only heard that name a handful of times for cinemas there. That reminds me of something else there. But I remember seeing that as a kid as well. It's absolutely brilliant there. And still needs to watch Ghostbusters. Laura Lass, does that mean you've never seen it before? Because then we're going to have words. Or is it just watching it as part of the tradition there? Amanda, good to see you. Happy Halloween. I hope you are doing well tonight, Amanda. And user74, thank you for the shares. We do appreciate that. Helping us to reach more and more like-minded people there. Getting more eyes and minds on the phenomena there. And Amanda.
Nom nom nom, thanks guys.
Thank you for feeding Alan there. He was starting to wind me up there. These connection issues are actually taking the biscuit now, aren't they, guys? Sorry, hopefully the connection issues will decide to stop sulking at some point. We're having so many troubles at the minute with this sort of stuff there. And Charlie's back. Hello. Where are we in the chat there? But yeah, so that is what we're doing. We're doing some micro-signal analysis there. No, it's not found anything, sadly. But it is looking for those faint signs that there may be a message that is just not reaching us clearly enough there. Now, these radio signals are very, very rare. There's only ever been a handful of good candidate signals ever detected. And we are putting in the time, the hours, to hopefully get one. Now, it's a bit like the lottery. We have to be patient. We have to wait. And eventually one will come up on our screen there. We don't know which star it is going to come from, so we have to keep sweeping, keep passing over them all there. But when they do arrive, they'll only be on screen for between 30 and 90 seconds there. That is the amount of time that our dish, because as the Earth rotates, the dish will sweep across at the sky and will be over that target for that amount of time there. So we've got to keep an eye out. We've got to keep looking for that spike, and hopefully we're going to get that. Where are we? Laura Lass as well. I've never seen Ghostbusters before. I think I might need to put it on after you. Like, Laura Lass, I would rarely say this one, but you can go put it on now. I mean, you can have us both on. But Ghostbusters is brilliant. Can't we believe that, Laura Lass? I mean, I thought I was bad for seeing films. And hey, I'm loving the stickers there. I forgot you've got them over on Twitch as well. So yeah, hopefully we're going to get some of those signals in. We're going to pass the time in between that, so let us know, guys. Have you had any spooky story? It is Halloween. Should we do some spooky stories if you've got any, guys, that you haven't shared as well before? And whilst we're keeping an eye on that meter there, so it's kind of like the films. Have you ever seen the film Contact or The Arrival? And I think that's another good one about SETI searching for those radio signals there. They always start off, don't they, in a satellite dish control room there. And they're all bored, they're throwing crumpled up paper, aren't they, into a basket, and then all of a sudden the noise comes through the speakers and they all jump out of their skin because they've been waiting so long for the signal. And that's exactly what we're doing here. We are waiting for that. That Earth rotation there means that that dish is sweeping across the sky, and it will pass over a range of stars, and said hopefully one is going to be sending those signals as we are here waiting. Oh, it's come up again. Let's have a look. Is it going to find something? We do have the settings quite high because we don't want any false signals there. Don't want to get excited about anything there, but maybe we can tweak them a little bit. And over on Twitch, how can anyone have not seen Ghostbusters? I'm agreeing with you there, Laura Lass and Kate. I was going to say the same. Then Dave, would there be any noise from Free Eye Atlas? So Dave, you're quite spot on the money there. If it is it's a comet, and you can actually tune into. There is stuff, signals you can pick up. They're very faint because nature is very noisy. Just about everything up there in space kind of makes some or emits some sort of radio frequency. In fact, what we're listening to now, the background noise here, and that is the early universe there. Some say the Big Bang that we're hearing, but essentially all molecules there, even hydrogen gas in the universe there is very noisy. So yeah, you can, but we were pointing at 3i Atlas because it was the patch of sky where the infamous WOW signal was detected. So as part of our hunt, whilst that was above the horizon for us, we were pointing it there, we were listening out. We didn't hear any direct messages or anything coming from it, but there. It doesn't mean it wasn't sending any, but we definitely didn't pick anything up for that period there. Excuse me. So there, hopefully we're going to get something there, because it was the WOW signal back in the 70s that really captures the imagination, and no wonder it was such a good signal there. All of the hallmarks of an intelligent radio signal there, non-organic signal, coming from this earth. It was precise, it was loud, it was clear, and most importantly it was right where we expected to see that message, because the hydrogen line, again, not only being the place where that signal was heard, but we think, or scientists will think, that is the most likely place to find these signals, because it is so useful for radio astronomy there, for scientific purposes. There'll always be eyes and ears on that frequency, no matter what your communication technology might be, because it's always telling you something about the universe. So if you want a message to be heard by a potential another species out there, you would put it on this frequency, because they would be listening too for the same scientific reasons. So it's great for that, and also because it is reserved for radio astronomy because of those purposes. It means that there is unlikely to be any sort of technological interference there. It's not likely to be a Wi-Fi router or a satellite sending a signal that we are going to pick up, which is definitely an issue that you have when searching basically any other frequency there. But yeah, that is what we are doing, and God knows how long it will take to get a signal. These are very, very rare, but you got to put in the hours there. Does anybody have any spooky stories for tonight? Some little bump in the night experiences you might want to share there? Help us pass the time as we're waiting for the action to kick off on screen there. And I think, yeah, if we get up on the goal a bit, we will we'll do a little Q&A with Alan. Alan, are you in your spaceship yet? Hold on. Is Alan you? Yeah, Alan's in his spaceship. So Alan will be in his spaceship doing a bit of a question and answer in a bit. Let's get your questions ready for Alan. So where are we there? No, we're up to date on that one. I've got 3 chat boxes I have to make sure I keep up on the top of there. But yeah, gremlins in the machine tonight, they were getting in the way of our stream earlier. Hopefully they've mostly passed now, but if you are just joining us, we are searching for potential alien radio signals tonight coming in from amongst the stars. We are searching on a frequency called the hydrogen line. That is the yellow line at the top of the screen, and it is the channel on the radio dial there that scientists theorize we are most likely to hear the "hello, is anybody else out there" message. And in the 1970s, we may have heard just that. The infamous WOW signal was detected right there at the top of the screen. Now I'm thinking of another little experiment that we could do at some point with this. So we want to be playing around with something called a long delay echoes there. So going back to the early days of radio, there was this phenomena that was reported by basically everybody at the time, that essentially they would send a signal out and it would be echoed back to them. Now we expect a certain degree of this. In fact, there's ones that are like a fraction of a second long, and what's happening there is they send their signal off and it bounces off the ionosphere in our atmosphere and then bounces all the way around the earth and comes back to the receiver there, and it's slightly late there, and that delay is the speed of light times the distance around our planet there. So we expect that delay, but there are others out there. There are some that take like 7 seconds to ping back, and we don't know what's causing it. Even to this day, we have no idea what is causing that reflection for that signal to come back to us there. And some theorized that might be a clue of an alien probe or a satellite in orbit monitoring the Earth there, because there was he was an engineer actually, but Bracewell, Robert Bracewell, someone Bracewell anyway, but he had this idea of something called a Bracewell probe, which was you're going to send a probe to another planet there, and if it's inhabited, how do you start communication? Well, mimicry. That's normally the way you do it. Like when you go to the zoo there and you try and wave at the monkeys, or you start to mimic their behaviour, trying to go, look, we're communicating, I'm doing the same thing as you. Well, he suggested for that communication back there, if they are technologically advanced enough to have a radio communication, you have your probe in orbit. And then when they send a signal out, you just repeat it back and basically says, look, I'm here and I'm advanced enough to repeat a radio signal there. Sometimes that's all you need. So we had that idea of a probe here, but this seems to be something that we are getting here. We're experiencing this. Something is sending some of those radio signals back to us. So what the hell is it? And that's 7 seconds. Now, I didn't realise this until recently, but that 7 seconds is quite important, because that is the distance of light travel there from us to something called Lagrange points there. And a Lagrange point is a place where the gravity is cancelled out between big objects there. So we have them between sort of Earth, the Moon, the Sun there. Normally satellites are in orbit there. They're spinning around the planet. They're constantly in motion. Everything is moving up there because of gravity. But not the Lagrange points, so it cancels it out. There are little parking spots up there, and they're very rare. The James Webb is actually parked in one there, so very convenient but very rare. But they're also the place where you would want to also put one of these probes, so it doesn't eventually burn up and re-enter an atmosphere. You'd park it there. So now we're getting these signals that time to be at those points where you would put a probe. That's quite interesting, isn't it, there? There's a little correlation. And we don't have a good idea of what is occupying these spaces here. We don't know much about our local environment, let alone the wider solar system or beyond there. Lots of things get missed absolutely constantly. And damn jam, maybe it's binary code. This is the thing, it could well be. In fact, any message that we get in, binary could be an interesting way to do that, to communicate that data. We don't know what an alien message would say. We don't know what language they'd use, what encoding on. Maya, hello! We're back for a bit, until the gremlins get us again. But we don't know what it'd be, but for us, the exciting part of it would be the fact that there is a clearly technological signal coming from a planet that is not our own there. And Stefan as well, how you doing there? Loving the emotes there over on YouTube. Maya as well. What in the hogwash happened? Oh, Maya. Oh, my internet went down to like less than 1 meg both ways for ages, and then also TikTok briefly banned us for suspicious activity. The only thing suspicious was our internet connection not working there. So I had a sulk for a bit, but now we're back on for a bit there. And Kate, I don't think he can mention that in TikTok. Which one was? Oh yes, I can't mention that one sadly there, which is a shame. But yeah, I haven't figured out a way to do that. I keep meaning to, but I don't know how to do it there. So yeah, they banned us there. They banned us, man. Briefly for a bit. That's why the last stream ended, even though it didn't on YouTube, and then the internet just totally had a sulk for us there. How you doing, Daffin, as well? So guys, if you could do us a little bit of a favour, make sure you're following us over, or subscribe to us technically, over on YouTube and Twitch there. They're good little backups, because occasionally the gremlins get in the machine here at TikTok, and then it's always a good place to find us there. But again, you get more of the screen, you get the horizontal view, so you see what's going on over here, and there's lots more analysis when we're doing the alien radio signal hunt here. Lots of other things being analysed, lots of gadgets, lots of flashing lights and signal information there. When we're doing our live UFO, UAP, skywatcher, some actual footage, obviously all the weird and wonderful things go around the night sky, but the horizontal view is really, really good for that. See a bit more of the sky. Same goes for the moon. Again, actual footage for our last moon stream. See all the creatures, the details, and the weird and wonderful things that are flying around up there. So do give us a follow on all of the platforms, and then you can catch us when we go live and hopefully see all of the evidence with us there. Adam as well, how are you doing tonight? Where are you joining us from, Adam? Thank you for the follow. Maya, right. Alan, we're off to TikTok headquarters. Yeah, Alan, send the mothership, can you? He's yeah, about having a sulk with TikTok at the minute. Constantly we are doing things and fixing problems, and then more come up there. Oh, Kate, I have a story about an annual occurrence that happens to me, if you want to hear it, to do with, trigger warning, childless discussion. I do want to hear it, but yeah, there'll be the trigger warning there. It's spooky related. Ooh, I mean, I do want to hear it. I'm worried about the trigger warnings there for other people. Put it in the Discord, and then I'll try and read it in a second, and then we can see if it's suitable to air. But I would love to hear it there. Where are we as well? And Sherry's as well. Thank you for the follow where you're joining us from tonight. So we're searching for potential alien radio signals coming in from amongst the stars. We've got a very large antennae that is currently sweeping across the night sky. We are based here in Wiltshire in the UK, right down the road from Stonehenge, but right in the heart of crop circle country. So these are the skies to be watching. But we're sweeping over the sky, and Difna, I believe, is the pronunciation of the star, the closest star that is in range to us at the minute there. And we're hoping to get that signal coming nice and clear right at the top of the screen there. And Sherry as well, thank you for the heart. Very, very kind. All of the gifts and the subs, the patrons, do go back into the stream, help us improve what we do. Welcome to Space Art with Alan, yes. And who's a pretty boy? Oh, welcome aboard. Where are you from tonight? Guys, say hello in the chat if you like. Let us know where you're watching us from, and how do you feel about the phenomena? Have you had an experience yourself? We'd love to hear about it whilst you're waiting for those signals to come in. So yeah, searching on a frequency called the hydrogen line. That is the channel on the radio dial that scientists theorise we are most likely to hear the hello. Is anybody else out there signal? And that's what we really, really want tonight there. And Sherry as well, thank you for the shares. Do appreciate that. It's those shares and you guys tapping away that helps us build up our little audience here, helps us reach more and more like-minded people there like yourselves, getting more eyes and minds on the phenomena there. Had many experiences. We would love to hear about it, Sherry, there as well. You can tell us in here in the chat now, or we also have a Discord, so the link is in our TikTok bio for that, but we've got a personal experiences section which you guys are really, really, really filling up with awesome first-hand accounts, images and videos too of the phenomena, so you could put it in there and then the rest of the community could also see it, and therefore it won't disappear off the chat, but we would love to hear it there. And Hijab as well at home, welcome aboard. Where are you joining us from tonight there? There's lots of people in the Discord. It's just a quick mention, but I'll put it in there because there's less people. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense there, Kate. I have Discord too. Perfect, Sherry there. And welcome to the club. I would love to hear that one there. GB, excellent. Well, you're like us, you're here as well. Have you had a good Halloween, guys? Too many trick-or-treaters? Not enough trick-or-treaters. Are we all surrounded by sugar and sweets there? And Pete's, well, they're not being very chatty, the aliens. Well, I mean, in radio, apparently not. Look, it's very, very quiet tonight, but these signals are very rare. You're quite right. There's only ever been a handful of good alien radio signals ever detected, but if we don't put in the hours, we never hear it there. There's not a lot of SETI that goes on, really, in the scheme of things. I think somebody compared it to the amount of sky that we have searched is the equivalent of a bathtub of water from all of the oceans there. So I think we need more eyes and minds looking, don't we? But it's totally right there, Pete. Although some would say, and when we do our live UFO skywatches, there are definitely strange things going on. We have a lot of people in our community that have seen some very interesting things. So maybe we're looking too far. Maybe they're actually a little bit closer to home as well. It's definitely some interesting ones there. And right after my youngest was born, I woke up and looked outside. There was a huge circular ship. Oh, absolute. Wait for the other part now. Now that is interesting. Whenabouts was that one? So circular as well. Is that like classic saucer? Classic flying saucer? Because that's on my list to see. I haven't seen one like that. And I really, really want to see one like that. We've seen some very interesting things in the night sky though. Things that satellites, shooting stars, comets and other space junk things cannot explain. Sorry, weird noises trying to translate. It's Leanne walking past playing a video on her phone. Okay, what the hell? Where are those voices coming from? It's really kicked off a Halloween here. Where are we? There as well. Treasure box. Everybody thank Marcus for the treasure box there. And Neo as well. You ever had any interesting weird signals before? A good question there, Neo. So we haven't had the clear spike signal yet. They're very, very rare, sadly. But on this frequency where we're checking, there has been a previous signal there, the WOW signal from the 1970s. They're one of our best candidates as a potential alien radio signal ever detected. So our odds are actually quite reasonable researching for that frequency. We've had some interesting over the last week, and I'm not quite sure what we make of this, whether it goes UFO or whether it's more interesting celestial event, natural origin there, but we have seen some really weird activity in that background noise there. So not clear spike signals, but there's been some weird stuff going on. So yeah, not sure how we process that one yet though. And actually as well, I tried to wake my husband up, but it was gone without a trace. It's paranormal. Probably is mad there. So gone without a trace. Like, so did it have a colour to this craft? Was it like a shiny one? Was it like glowing? Oh, that sounds fascinating there. And Sherry as well, thank you for those other gifts there. And at home as well, thank you for the bee, very kind. All of the gifts and subs do go back into the stream there. Neo, welcome aboard, thank you for the follow there. Kate as well, and let me read through this one as well. Oh, that's sad, Kate. Have a little drink. Oh, wow. And wow. Sorry, guys, I've got to get to it. I'm just reading Kate's story at the minute. I mean, I'm hesitant to read it out because, you know, for the trigger warnings there, but that's like, I mean, I'm very, very sorry for your loss there, the first part of it, but that second part that's nice to think, isn't it? Oh, I think maybe we'll save it for now. Maybe we'll do one where everybody's briefed, I think, a bit beforehand that we're going into these sorts of territories. But wow, all through May as well. That is. You know what? I do know someone who has a similar story to that, actually, and it's not something that I'd heard about as a phenomenon before, but it does make sense. And it was, I can't tell their story for them; it wouldn't be fair. I don't know if they want it sort of public, but it's quite similar in senses to your ones there, mate. That's wow. Thank you for sharing that one, Kate. I think we do want to air that one. I think people would be, to see that one, to hear that one. And Laura Lass as well, and Angela, thank you for the gifts. They're quite the contrast now if I go and get Alan on screen. But anyway, Alan.
Nom nom nom, thanks guys.
Thank you for feeding Alan there. But yeah, no, Kate, we do. I think people need to hear that one. That's wow. And Terrace as well, thank you for the follow. Where are you joining us from tonight there? And April 2002. Oh, come on. Now that is interesting. So a circular ship as well. Oklahoma in April 2002. I do love the US. You get some phenomenal sightings over there. Where Angela's well, have come over to TikTok. Oh, you've made it all the way back here. Hopefully it'll be stable enough for you there. But wow, that is. I'm trying to think if I can. Share that one, or how we go about sharing that one. We did want to do actually a proper story time tonight, but with all the technical issues and stuff that have been going on, and then it would work out anyway tonight. But I do want to do one like that. It might be a better sort of setting so we can go through on that one. Where are we, mate? As well, welcome everyone. Thank you, man, for that. He said it was an ant. I said and he just looked at me, and I knew like telepathically. Yes, okay. I don't know if I caught the first part of that one, Sharia, there, because I've got in Oklahoma in April 2002, but sometimes TikTok cuts off the messages, it filters them out, and doesn't tell us why there. I am on full sugar, you know it's bad, they may as well. Really? Okay. That is... yeah, I think, yeah. I think that I do want to share that one. That's wow. Oh, the ant. I mean, in 1985. Oh, I don't think I've. Yeah, I think it. Did it fill that one out there? Oh, it was. Oh no, there's your other message there. So the ship was black as. Where is it now? Black as Cupid, but with lights. So interesting. Black as well. No, I don't think I've got the ants one initially there, sadly. He said that they know more about us. So the ants are potentially alien species there. Yeah. And telepathy does come up a lot, doesn't it, in the phenomena there. In fact, all encounters, no matter what the species are, it does seem to be that they are all using some sort of telepathic method there, some sort of consciousness connection. Where are we there, guys? If you are just joining us, we are searching the skies for potential alien radio signals coming in from amongst the stars. We're searching on a frequency called the hydrogen line. That is the yellow line at the top there, and it is the channel on the radio dial that scientists theorize we're most unlikely to hear the hello, is anybody else out there message. And in the 1970s, we heard such a message. The infamous WOW signal was detected right there. It's one of our best candidates as a potential alien radio signal there. All of the hallmarks of an intelligent signal, not from this earth there. He said that they know more about us than we do. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised there. Yeah, they don't like nukes and any war that makes them upset. And who knows? I get that fits in again a lot with a lot of people here, doesn't it? About the phenomenon. Lots of these messages that we're playing with fire there, and we're dangerous, and they tend to show up again around conflict, but also around that nuclear activity there, weapons, energy sources as well, mining, anything like that they do. So it does tie in with that. Thank you for the rose there, and Angela too. What's that? Oh, Kate says, oh, and I got the name of the family weirdo. Oh, they call you the family weirdo. Because of the little black dog that used to follow me around at my nan's house. It took me a couple of years before anyone really asked me about it. Turned out it was a dog my nan had when she was younger. They all thought I was talking about a teddy dog my granddad used to have as a draft excluder. Oh my God. So that's brilliant there. So you were seeing an actual dog when you were a child that fits in line with the dog that your nan had when she was younger, and nobody clicked because they just thought you were talking about a teddy bear, like a draft excluder there. It kind of reminds me of when people say about modern ghosts, or ghosts that kind of contextually fit and we just wouldn't notice them there. Like, you know, if you saw somebody walking along the road like modernish and they're in modern clothing there, you know, you wouldn't go, oh, that's a ghost, would you, at all? You know, you just get somebody's walking there. So how many do we miss there? And because they had assumed it was the draft excluder there. Yes, had no idea, they couldn't see it, and they all played along because of the teddy. I mean, how many things like that do you think that we do with kids? Like the things that they say, go, oh yeah, you know, they've misinterpreted that, they've got that wrong. And you do hear some absolutely horrific things that kids come out with, don't you? You know, wonder what they are seeing half the time. Has anybody got any of those stories? Have you got that my child has said, there's a sickly Victorian child in the corner of the room with red eyes, Mama? Has anybody said that? Any of your kids said that, guys? Let us know. I'm in deep thought. I mean, it's been one of them weeks there, man. I'll never forget him. I mean, I definitely wouldn't there having that experience. And that was in 85, so that was before the main sighting there. And Gleno, what's the latest on Free Eye? We're still in this position where there's lots of speculation, there's lots of interesting signs of evidence and things going on, and I'm lost in it at the minute now. I want it to come out the other side of the sun. I want to kind of start clearing up through some of this, because it is very interesting still, very interesting, but I have no idea. I have lost the plot when it comes to Three Eye Atlas there. Actually, as well, I think Three Eye Atlas is possibly the ant species. So I don't think I've heard of ants, but I've heard of the mantis-like species there. So we're talking much like what we're in the insect realm there. And who was it the other night that was saying about, you know, maybe Earth is incredibly rare for its range of life. Maybe this is kind of like a bit of a zoo. They're bringing all these different life forms to one place there, which would make sense of why there are more advanced versions of them, like the whole species there, like say ants, that are visiting there. And Dream Painter, hello, I thought I heard something strange. No, sorry, it's my dishwasher. You never know. They try to watch over us. I mean, that's at least that's benevolent, that is, isn't it? There. Brooklyn Benz, where is this transmission located? Thank you. So our dish is located in the United Kingdom and just down the road from Stonehenge. So we're receiving only at the minute. We are not sending out a signal. We are listening out there. So as the Earth rotates, our dish will sweep across the skies and pass over, hopefully, a star that has a planet that is inhabited. And if they're sending a signal back, then hopefully we should see it on the screen there. Currently, the dish from our position is pointing south at a sort of 15-degree inclination up there, and we have one close-ish by star in range. Now, there's lots of stars further away, but Difta, the star of 96.3 light years away, is just in our range of our dish there. I think Zurak is going to be the next one that's going to come into frame for us. It'll take a while there, and then Rigel will be stars that will come in range for us there. And James, welcome aboard. Where are you joining us from tonight there? Everybody thank Marcus for putting the treasure box up there, guys. Make sure you thank them there. And spirits don't scare me, the living did both scare me, Mayor. Actually, they're like the mantis in many ways. I like it. I wouldn't want to meet one though. I mean, I'm freaked out by bugs anyway, let alone an absolutely massive one again. So it's false alerts there, Dream Painter. You got to be careful. Legitimately though, what was it that scared the hell out of me the other day? And I realised I was jumping like my own shadow or something. Oh, what was it? Something got me like that the other day. And Ollie, how you doing there? What's the translation? I have pics of the ship that also appear in Mom Zontana. Oh, I'd love to see those pictures. If you've got them, you have to tag. If you post them on TikTok, you can tag us in them. Then I'll tend to see them that way. If not, guys, we have a really cool Discord community, and we've got a personal experiences section that you guys can post those images, pictures to videos, all that sort of stuff about your personal experiences with the phenomena. There, I'll just read through what our community has already put in there. I'd love to see it there. Was it spamming? Where are we? And where are we in the? Where? Oh no, I missed a few over on Twitch. Sorry, guys. Let me get over there. And I used to have a little white dog who used to follow me onto the bus and drop a ball at my feet. And where's the? Was that a real dog, or was that like a spirit dog there? I learned to listen stuck in an. And right now, but following from, there are so many animal spirits that people don't even realise. Yeah, you just probably wouldn't notice it. I mean, take example that cat that we saw the other night. Cats are out late at night. If that was a dead one, how would I know? Although, what was I listening to the other day? And people talking about the phenomena of half cats, like literally just the back half of cats they'll see running around the place there. And now, absolutely, I see animals more than I do people in spirit. Really? I mean, I suppose, yeah, there's going to be a lot more if you take all of them in there. Half of my shadow sightings are animals. I mean, it makes sense. There's no reason why that they wouldn't follow those rules as well there. Guys, if you are just joining us, okay, we're searching for potential alien radio signals tonight coming in from amongst the stars. We're searching on a frequency called the hydrogen line. That is the channel on the radio dial, that yellow line at the top of the screen, where scientists theorize we are most likely to hear the hello is anybody else out there message. And in the 1970s we may have detected just that. The infamous wow signal was heard right where that yellow line is at the top of the screen there. It's one of the best candidates as a potential alien radio signal, and we want to hear a repeat again of that tonight. But do give us a follow. We do this every night that the sky is cloudy there. When it's not cloudy, here's some footage of our UFO UAP live stream. Still the weird and wonderful things flying around in the night sky here. And we are based in Wiltshire in the United Kingdom, just down the road from Stonehenge, but right in the heart of crop circle country. There's our moon stream, and the moon's up full, so the craters, the details, and talk about how weird and wonderful the moon is there. JJ, how are you doing tonight? Have you had a good Halloween? And LaCrue as well. Well, you're joining us from tonight. Thank you for the follow. Do say hello in the chat if you're new here. Let us know where you're watching from, and how do we all feel about the phenomena? Have we all had an experience? Are some of us wanting an experience there? Or are we alone in the universe? Are we all alone there? Just us? How do you feel on that one, guys? Let us know there. Oh, it's all a welcome here. And JJ, it's very scary. I mean, you haven't seen Alan's Halloween costume. That was scary there. I'll have to put that bump back on in a minute there. And the crew, any activity? Actually, tonight it's quieting down. So the week we have had, we haven't had those clear spikes, but the background activity has been all over the shop there, which implies some faint signals or something like that. There's something going on up there, and it may be organic, it may just be the stars doing their thing, but it was definitely out of place. Very, very weird, and it seems to have quietened down now. It's quite stable at the second, but this is like a lottery. The Earth rotates, our dish will sweep across the sky, and at any point it could pass over another star there with a planet in orbit that would be sending that signal. So we have to wait around. Any signals that do appear on screen will only be there for between 30 and 90 seconds there, again, as the dish sweeps over the range there. So again, like a lottery, we just have to be patient and wait and hope we go over the right star at the right time there. And we see a big spike at the top of the screen. Then that red box will probably pop up again and start to analyse any signals that we get in there. And James as well, whereabouts in the UK? So we are based in Wiltshire, and we're actually in a little town called Warminster. Now, the reason we tell people what town we're in is because this town actually had a bit of a UFO flap back in the 60s and 70s. And you know what? I thought I'd heard about all of the UFO flaps, the big ones, the interesting ones, but no, moving here, we found out there was one that nobody tells you about anymore, and God knows why, because it lasted for 10 years. It had everything. It had landings, it had, didn't have crashes, so it didn't have everything there. It had landings, it had abductions, it had sight lights in the sky, physical craft there, it had lost time, weird sounds, you name it, and it went on for 10 years. People moved internationally to this little village to be with the phenomena there. They gave up careers just to move here for that, and you don't hear about it nowadays. So we thought these are the skies to be watching. This is the place to be. Bit of a Roswell here, but we are actually doing a 6-part documentary podcast on it called The Warminster Mystery there over on Spotify and Apple. We've got the promo up at the minute, so give that a follow and you can hear all about it there. But it's a very interesting place. How about yourself there, Jamesy? And Mark is in the house. Good to see you there. And Wiz was. And Tex as well. Guys, welcome aboard. Where are you joining us from tonight? Good to have you in there. Where are we? Over on Twitch there. Oh, it was a spirit dog. Excellent. I used to go out with, why is my little cursor gone there? With a CE5 group near me. This is up. And we got quite a few lights in the sky. I used to take a notebook and draw what came to mind after the protocol. We'll try and find those drawing. Oh, excellent. So did you have much success with the summoning part of that, doing the procedure there outside and then having those experiences and things around you? Because I really do want to try it, but I have no idea where to start. And I think I'm a bit apprehensive because I know so little about it. But obviously, I think like most things, it will take practice there. But what is the gist of it? Because I've tried to explain it to people and never realised I don't know anything about it there. Is it a sort of meditation that you do, trying to get yourself in a certain state? Do you sort of think of things to try and do that one? Oh, Glasgow way, very active again up your way in lovely Scotland there. Have you seen anything yourselves, guys? And JJ, do you think you can find my telephone network on this? Because I can't. JJ, I'm feeling you with that one. The grief I've had today, don't get me started about signal. The joke is, I have got a dish, right, the size of a roof out in my back garden at the minute, but I couldn't get enough connection earlier to do the goddamn live stream. So I'm feeling you there. Laura, would there be any way for you to put the podcast episodes on YouTube as well? I don't have the other ones. Yeah, they will go up on YouTube as well. So I think the trailer's up there at the minute. The feeds are connected, but I am so far behind actually finishing those episodes off. It's meant to only be 6-part, but God, everything keeps getting in the way. So I'm going to try to finish off some of those and start releasing them this weekend, but I don't know what my chances is going to be. But yeah, seeing more people have followed them might motivate me enough to finish it off there. And Dreampater, we are just a speck on a policeman's uniform there. I mean, our scale in amongst all of these things, I think, are definitely there. We are very, very small. Where are we in the other side of things? And Kate over on YouTube, I have another one. I thought it was hilarious. Hubs didn't though, so he lost a friend years ago. And around the time of the funeral, we had a big helium balloon. I can't remember why, but it was starting to deflate. So one night in the living room where we left it, we went to bed. I wonder if this is going to go in the direction of an experience that I have and I haven't told you about. I wonder if it is there. About an hour later, this helium balloon floats into my room, and I watched it drift across at the foot of my bed. then down my husband's side. It hovered there a minute till Hubs kind of woke up. I'd never seen a 6-foot bloke scream and move so fast. Absolutely convinced it was his friend. He was totally, I mean, good on the friend for that one, but I mean, that's a rough old ride you guys have had. I had something similar to that. There. Where are we in here as well? Laura's no rush, just glad to be able to listen. Yeah, it should be up there. As well. Oh, look. What? Oh, God, why is it? Jesus Christ. No end of grief with technical issues. Is it? I wonder if it's doing the same on... let's have a look. Is it doing the same on the other... Sorry, guys. Let's see. That is really weird. Right, let's have a look here. What is having a sulk tonight, isn't it? Let me just put my face back on that one, and then that one. There we go. That should be back now. This is why I didn't want to use a bloody Windows computer, guys. We get a brand new computer, top spec, and it's still throwing a bit of a sulk, isn't it? But it should be back now. It's a sign. Wow, it's a sign. It's a sign that I need a different hobby. That's what this is. Alan's hand at work that, pulling the connections out. Noel, evening, how are you doing, Noel? Where are we? Hey up, this is regarding C5. It's hit and miss. It's meditation, yes. It's sending out positive thoughts and a welcoming out into the universe. It's sending out a telepathic link, and then it's just like a lot of patience and lying outdoors, watching the skies. Excellent. Twitchy screen now. Is it back now? Not in the limelight. I mean, I want to try it there. I don't know. I want to try it with Pete as well. I think when we do the on locations, got to figure that one out still. It's back. Excellent there. God, what a pain the technology has been. I think we're going to end up doing quite a long one tomorrow night, and at the minute it's looking like it might be clear. I don't want to jinx it, touch wood. We might be able to do a bit of a skywatch tomorrow, guys. So do make sure you're following, and you can hunt for UFOs with us tomorrow night if the clouds are clear there. Intruder on deck 6, Captain. Well, I'll have to go talk to Maya in sick bay there. She's also head of security, aren't you, Maya? Oh, speaking of deck 6, Captain, I'm editing a new Star Trek podcast at the minute. It's not mine, it's just my job. And that means I'm going to have to go, or Star Trek, sorry. Going to have to go and rewatch some of those. Can share the protocol for CFI. Oh, A up, 100%, yes. That would be brilliant there. I keep skirting around the issue. And, we're doing some micro-signal analysis. So this is when it is looking for signs in amongst that background noise there, that there may be some faint signals coming through, some modulation, some encoding, some repeating patterns, anything like that. That could be a clue that there is a signal, a quiet one, being drowned out by the background noise there. Oh, thank you there, Mayor. I'm on the sugary drinks. But Leanne's away tomorrow, so I'm going to need to occupy myself for a lot of hours. So we're going to be doing a very, very long stream there. A dehydration man and a flu jab. I can't be bothered with flu jabs. You just have to deal with me having a snotty nose on here. I wish I had more UFO stories, but I'm lacking that. But that's why we're all here, Kate, together, and to have those stories together, joining in, getting that evidence there. It's life, but not as we know it. Daydream. Is that right, Alan? I want to put Alan in the spaceship in a minute. I want to test that feature out a bit more there. So guys, we are searching for potential alien radio signals once again tonight, searching on a frequency called the hydrogen line. That is the channel on the radio dial there that scientists theorize we are most likely to hear the hello, is anybody else out there message. And back in the 1970s we may have heard just that, the infamous wow signals detected right where that yellow light is. The light line is at the top of the screen there. One of the best candidates is a potential alien radio signal. Now the hydrogen line is interesting. This frequency range is interesting because it is the frequency that hydrogen gas, the most abundant molecule in the galaxy, naturally emits a radio signal as it decays there. And because of that consistency, it's like a little flag on the radio dial there. Out of all of the different channels there, it's the one consistent channel there. No matter where you are in the galaxy, it all sounds the same for everyone else there. Because of that, it is useful for radio astronomy. There's always going to be eyes and ears on this frequency to learn about the universe and what is going on. Now, because of that, we think that ET might think the same way there. If they have radio technology, which isn't that advanced, they would be doing the same there, ballisting. So if you did want to put a message out there, this is the best place to have that message found. So that's why we check it. But it's also very useful because because it's useful for those radio scientific purposes, their radio astronomy and things. You're not allowed to transmit it. You're not allowed to broadcast here. It's illegal. So therefore, any signals that we do get here, we don't really have to worry too much about interference from satellites and things like that. We don't have to worry about them at all. So yeah, any signals we get in are much more likely to be either clearly organic there, clearly the universe doing something, it's some sort of craziness as it does, or it is going to be the signals we're looking for. A message in a bottle, exactly. Where are we? Where are we in the chats now? Where's my little cursor? Gone here. I want to know what other people think about the stationary objects that we were seeing before we started sending up satellites. So the transients there. So that's Dr. Beatrice Vittorol, something like that. I'll get my own name wrong there. But the idea here is this is a recent paper, which is good, it's past peer review and it's published now, that says that there is evidence for objects in the Earth's atmosphere that were able to reflect light well before man-made satellites, which is quite interesting because nothing should be up in orbit before we could put the stuff up there. So what are these things? And are they still there? And we think they may still be there because when we're doing our skywatches, our UFO hunts, we do see some strange things. We see some stationary flashing back at us there, things that we cannot explain away with satellites and things like that there. And dreams, comets only mixed with space junk. Well, see, this is the thing as well, though, back in the day. I mean, comets are quite obvious. Comets, you can see what a comet's like there. We're talking near Earth here. And there's ways you can filter that out because how they reflect the sun and then how they don't reflect the sun, the position of the Earth's shadow and things like that. So if they're visible when the sun's around there and then the shadow isn't there, then you go, and then all of a sudden they're not visible, well, then that's a sign that they're in orbit there. They're in that close range to then not catch that light when the sun goes around. That's where you know they're a lot closer than comets there. But also, space junk wasn't really a thing in the 50s at the time when they were doing this. We were barely even able to get a rocket into orbit, let alone anything high and anything to stay up there. So that's why this paper in particular is interesting, is because it's before all of that stuff. It's before all of the man-made crap going on. So what is it? What is up there? It really is a head scratcher. But that's probably why a lot of people have dismissed these sightings over the years, because nowadays we do have that problem. We have so much space junk up there, so many satellites, and if you've seen our skywatches, there is so much activity up there. There is stuff shooting across the screen all of the time. It is so busy up there. So how do you filter out the space junk versus the potential UFOs, UAPs, and things like that? Kate as well, do we think they're monitoring devices, or do we think more along the lines of repeated arising and falling of our own civilizations? Oh, you know what, Kate, I hadn't even thought of the second one with that. Like, not with the amount that they're talking, but that is an interesting angle. Some think here before us putting things in orbit. There are a lot of things that we know are in orbit, but we don't know what the hell they are. That is established there as well. Locke as well, welcome aboard. Where are you joining us from there? And Jamesy, what do you think Free Eye Atlas is? I don't know at the minute anymore. I'm probably still leaning towards fancy interstellar object rather than aliens, but I don't really know anymore. Like, my internal gut feeling is just an absolute mess on it. Absolute mess. I've lost all direction of which way is up there. John, you forgot about signs. Oh man, it was good, John, but you'll have to catch us for the next time there. It could well have been Dream Painter there. But yeah, like, in previous civilization there, because obviously on Earth we have atmosphere, we have weather and all this sort of stuff there, we have plate tectonics, it resets and recycles the Earth's surface there. So previous and past civilizations, the evidence of them are very hard to preserve over any real time scale there. So if there was somebody intelligent here before us, if something reached that level, what evidence would there be? Probably not much, unless it was on the moon or in one of those orbits, sort of things like that. There are certain orbits that can be up there for a very long time, so that would be quite preserved. The only risks you have are impacts, which is actually relatively small because of the size of it there, you know. There, Carl's in the house. Good to see you there. They always say weather balloons. They do dream paint, and actually, to be fair, if you've ever seen a bloody weather balloon, like at a distance reflecting light, they are a bit, you go, well, actually maybe. So possibly some of them are, but yeah, it's always it's what swamp gas, isn't it, and weather balloons is the excuse. And hey, look, you know that we're all human. We're interpreting what we're seeing to the best of our abilities, and sometimes, you know, it might not be the best of visual conditions to do it. Sometimes we might not have good reference points to understand what we're seeing. But I wouldn't thought that all of what people are seeing are those things that are explainable like that. There's such a range. I mean, even just doing this stream here, meeting all of you guys and hearing all of your stories about the experience there, really, I did not understand how common these sightings were there. So I think once the stigma dies down a little bit more, we are freer to talk about these things and share, oh, I've had this experience, oh, I saw this strange thing, I saw that sort of stuff. Then I think we'll find out that probably up to a third of us have had experiences like that. It's going to be a lot more common there. And out, the CE5 handbooks in the personal experiences chat on the Discord, along with the last image I drew. Oh, yeah, thank you for that one. Do appreciate it. I'm going to look forward to that one tonight. I get some practice in. Weather balloons from China, Dream Painter. I mean, we do know that Chinese are using that, and that was an interesting way round, wasn't it? You know, we have all this sophisticated technology, and to circumvent that, they went low-tech and put the things in the damn balloons. And you know what? It worked, because the algorithms to filter out other sort of crap that they aren't interested in from radar did filter out the balloons, and we didn't see them. So it did work for a bit, didn't it, there? And Carl as well. Mark, I don't know if I thanked you, or if done it to Alan, thanked you for the alien pets there, Mark, but Carl and Mark.
Thank you for the alien pets, guys.
We'll put Alan in the UFO in a minute there. And Dream, I've seen a UFO back in the 70s with half of North London in the newspaper, and the next day. So I think somebody else might have mentioned this one previously. Wow. Tell us a bit more about it, because it does ring a bell. Maybe I heard about it somewhere. What sort of shape was it? Because you would have thought, wouldn't you? And this is definitely how I thought. Very clever, the Chinese, definitely. You can't put it past them there. But I would have thought, look, you know, the reason why UFOs, aliens, aren't accepted is because we haven't had the evidence. I mean, obviously clear enough hasn't happened to people. Because if it did, if there was a UFO over a city, well, that'd be in the newspaper and everybody would see it, and then we'd all know, and then it would be accepted. But no, we have these sightings, actually semi-frequently. There are things going on that we cannot explain with the technology that we have or with nature as we understand it. And they happen quite a lot. But they fall into this gap of they're anomalous and therefore news, but nobody knows what they are enough to then go to feel comfortable sharing it and post it. So they don't share it. They don't want to be called crazy and things like that. So we don't actually do it. I mean, you take the Phoenix Lights incident, or what you're talking about there, Dream Painter, about London. A UFO over the city makes you look back on all those old Doctor Who episodes when all the Cybermen and Daleks are flying around the place, blowing everything up, and you're going, how does the world recover from that? You know, it just doesn't get reported. Everybody forgets about it. They're going to grab snacks, Mayor. Or can you bring us some chocolate? Yeah, you know, it's not evidence that we need for it. What we do need is an understanding and an agreed knowledge structure of how these things can exist in the universe for then people to then be able to accept the evidence there. It just went out like a flickering light switch. Ties in with a lot of sightings that we're seeing here. But what does that? You know, within, you know, natural explanations there, like, but that we can confidently say as well. There, John, not long to the biggest witches hour of the year. So, it's going to get spooky. We were hoping to do a little bit of something, a little bit special, but technology would not allow it in time there as well. All the radar I use to look at the military aircraft is up. They show where any balloons that are up, which is, that is cool. I didn't even think to check for those ones. That is a good idea. I didn't realise I'd actually seen a couple till I started speaking to you lot. Kate, this is actually quite interesting because I'd asked... So one of our guys in the chat a lot, Tickers, so I've known him for a few years, and he's an ex-copper, And so I asked him back ages ago, have you ever been on shift, those long night shifts there? Have you ever seen anything strange? Ever been called out to an incident that was a little bit spooky, a little bit something you cannot explain going on? And he went, no, couldn't think of anything. Nothing came to mind. Now, when I started doing this stream and he started joining in and watching us there, he suddenly remembered that he did have a UFO sighting over London, actually. It was the typical stationary, very bright light hovering over a tower block that then went off and shot off at speed. And yeah, he was a cop on duty for that one, and he checked, called in his radio to check if there was anything in the area that could explain that one. But he totally forgot about it. Even when directly asked, he totally forgot until we started talking about all these sorts of things. There does seem to be something with the phenomena, or maybe it's just how we process knowledge that we don't fully understand anyway. Like, it's anomalous, but is it threat anomalous, or is it like high reward? Because then maybe we'll pay attention to it. But if it goes in the can't explain that, maybe we just kind of forget about it very easily, and then we can't recall it because we don't know quite what it is there. It does make you wonder there. What else are we all forgetting there? I mean, even just on this stream, I go, oh God, yeah, I did it. Just when you were talking about the half-deflated helium balloon there, Kate, I went, I've had a spooky story with one of them, and I'd just forgotten about it until now. And John, you'll know I've done that one. And Mark as well. Your walk with your friend was brilliant. 2 of you got around. Oh, thank you, Mark. That's very kind. I'm not sure what sort of streaming quality was like for that one, but we were hoping to be doing more on location live UFO sky hunts, but with the new computery and issues, that has become a little bit difficult until we can figure that one out. That's something I was going to do this weekend. Try and see if I can figure that one out. Can't take a full desktop up a hill. So yeah, we're trying to figure out what else could we do together there. So hopefully we'll get to doing the other things there. But hey, it doesn't hurt to play around a little bit, does it there? Thank you though, Mark. It's very kind. And dream bright white light spinning around the outside of a white dome shape. Okay, that's even more interesting. I haven't seen something like that myself there. How long was it up? Like, was it in your range of vision for, like, or did you at least notice it while there? Mate, a paranormal live would be awesome. It is very much on my list of things to do, but we still need to find a decent location to do it from. I always get a bit nervous about going to certain places like the churchyards. I don't want to be disrespectful at night, to things like that, to the graves and whatnot. Maybe we could do, we could do a paranormal one on where we went for the live skywatch. Maybe we could do a paranormal, because you said that you were picking up some energy when we were there. Do you reckon that would be a good place, Mayor, for it there? And Nicholas as well, how you doing? Let's go, man. I think we're going to get contact now when I'm on the stream. Man, are you going to be Nicholas, are you going to be our good luck charm there? I hope so. Sorry if I've made you wait for that one, but good to see you in tonight over on YouTube. So you can see the full part of the stream there. So guys, if you are on TikTok and it's your first time joining us there, do give us also a follow. Do us a favour as well, at The Thing UFO on YouTube and Twitch, whichever is your platform of choice there, because it's a good little backup home. TikTok is always having a sulk for some reason, but you'll always find us live over there as well. And you get the horizontal view, so you see a lot more of what is going on. You only get the middle section if you're on TikTok there, but that horizontal view gives you more analysis going on there. You see the sky map that's directly behind me and some more analysis and information over to the right. There. I think I am the charm. I'm going to hold you to it there. John Smith. How are you doing there, John Smith? You are our good luck charm, so we're going to hold you to it. Where are we in here as well? Well, let me check our Twitch chat. I think that's why I love Free Eye Atlas, the fact it's older than our than the Earth and our solar system. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Trying to get your head around some of the ages of these things there. And Hardy, hello, welcome aboard. Thank you for the gifts. That's very kind. It all goes back into the stream, but the alien pets go straight into Alan's stomach.
Nom nom nom. Thanks, guys.
Thank you for feeding Alan the alien pets there. So I was saying the Twitch chat there. It is absolutely mind blowing there. Absolutely makes you realise how insignificant us little ants are on this blue marble. Totally. Like, I do think we have this ego as humans at the minute. We're so evil, we're so destructive, we're such a virus, and we are, a little bit sketchy around the edges, I'll give it that, but we're nothing in compared to nature, what nature is capable of doing there. Or we could hire somewhere spooky and we could buy tickets for an in-life paranormal event. Oh, I am well up for doing that one. I am well up. I don't know how many of you guys would be able to travel somewhere to one place, but I'll be up for doing it. We still want to do some sort of meetup, but everything where we've had all of the issues after the last couple of months, we've kind of lost our stride a little bit. We need to get back up on that one there. Oh, you're back on adverts there, Up. We have turned it down to the minimum. It's 2 or 3, Jesus, and that's the minimum there. You don't want to join the Navy. I wouldn't write off Up. You could be really, really good in the Navy there. Where are we? Back over on the old TikTok chat here. But yeah, paranormal would be a good there. Just being on a ghost walk, Carl. I make a point of doing ghost walks whenever I'm on holiday or somewhere new to town. If they've got a ghost walk, you've got to do the ghost walk there. Sounds like a plan. Excellent. We'll put it on our list there. And for about 5 minutes, about a mile away over a park in the evening. Oh, that's UFO in London, yeah. That's a substantial time there. That's not like a shooting star, is it, that's going to illuminate or anything like that. And stage, that's very cool. Thank you for sharing that one there. And hold who to it. I'm not scared that's you. Oh, Maya, hey, don't break the illusion there, Maya. Just over on, we've got Nicholas over on YouTube there as well. Speaking of Nicholas over on YouTube, let's go back to that one there. There's a lot of evidence out there. I've had loads of experiences. Oh, Nicholas, I'd love to hear a little bit about those as well. But I think you're right. There is lots of evidence out there. And when you start to look and see the quantities of it, it really does point the needle that I think something is going on there. And God could win. And also, you've seen the video of the Panama, the meteor that landed in his backyard. Oh, that thing freaked me out. I'm hoping it was fake. It's gone quiet now and the world hasn't ended, so maybe it was. But it did look freaky, didn't it, there? It really, really did. And Hardy, what about Atlas there? And thank you for the gifts there, Hardy. It's very kind. What about Atlas? I don't know anymore. There's so much going on with Atlas. I've kind of lost the plot with it at the minute there. But it is a very strange thing. Ajax is well past your bedtime. It was, but TikTok was having a sulk earlier, and I kind of needed the positivity boost of hanging out with you guys for a little bit there. Not a graveyard. Yeah. Oh, Dream Painter done a ghost walk in York. My feet were killing me. I've done one there as well. York is a lovely, lovely city there. Very, very haunted. I used to work there quite a bit, and you know what? It's one of the safest places I've ever felt. You could walk around that city centre at like 2 a.m. Absolutely incredibly friendly there. Didn't feel spooked at all. I'd get a coach or a train to... Oh, Carl, that's a good shout there. That's commitment, that is. We'll have to do something, won't we? I think. And may I do a lone visual? I'll be on the other side of the haunted location. I'm not doing nothing alone there. You know, I'm very Scooby-Doo with these things. The Panama thing was fake. Did he own up to it? Well, I mean, I don't think people should be faking the evidence there, but he's obviously very talented, because that was that creature itself. That was sweet there. And he's got a job, hasn't he, ahead of him in a prop department. There. Meet up for a ghost hunt. Yes! Oh, I like that. Maya, when you send me those Scooby-Doo episodes, I don't know, like my brain goes dead. I do it, and then that's it. I'm just watching Scooby-Doo. I didn't watch this many cartoons as I was a kid, but I just get hooked into the video and I'm like, just boop, something trips my brain into just switching off. It's brilliant. It's rare, but it's brilliant. There, Nicholas as well. I've been abducted. Oh wow. Woke up in a UFO and saw a blue alien. Also, orbs flying around my apartment. So Nicholas, that's really interesting, and thank you for sharing that, because I've only ever had one other person on the stream out of everybody we've had, hundreds of thousands of people. And one person that's also had abduction experiences there. It seems to be a lot rarer. And blue, do you mean, because again, blue's a colour for energy, you don't hear a lot, but you do hear of it occasionally. Was it like a bright, like a Blue Man Group blue? Or was it sort of like a slight hue to the skin? There was this blue tone. So that's very, very interesting. And was your abduction experience a positive one or a negative one, if you don't mind saying there? Because again, a lot of them are very negative, but some of them are positive. Some of them are having really, really positive experiences there. And if you want to share your story, remember guys, we have a Discord there, link in the bios for all of those there. Do join us over there, because we've got a really cool personal experiences section where you guys are putting your first-hand accounts, pictures and videos of the phenomena in there. You can read through, or you can add to it there, and it won't disappear just after the stream. Also the interesting things section, if you see a good podcast or some information, just like putting in the CE5 guide there. Interesting things tab is very good place to do that. Or we do a monthly movie club. We had one last night. We watched Signs together, chatted along in the Discord as we all watched it, and we're going to be voting on our next one soon. Do join us over there for that as well. Where are we? over on Twitch there. Free adverts, yeah. I can close the door with distance. I'd be bombarded with, if I was present. What's that? For a paranormal event. Oh my god. Yes. Actually, yeah, getting all you guys that have got sort of like this connection. That would be interesting, actually, wouldn't it? There, it was definitely fake. Now, as well, I've organised quite a few events. Some very interesting things happened, but they are exhausting. Oh god, events. Yeah. Where are we? Enough of us in tune to help. I like the sound of that. I'm going to start looking into that one. I was kind of waiting until we were a bit bigger, but I think, you never know, we've got a few diehards. We could have a good fun event, a handful of us, couldn't we? I'm going to look into that one then. But I warn you now, it'd be incredibly biased to my location. And it won't be in the mornings. I don't do mornings. Kate as well. We just have each other pestering from different entities. Yeah. It's called ADHD. I can pick up my phone to send a really important message or Google something, and before you know it, I'm 3 hours into YouTube. Yes. I have to do things in the moment or they are gone there. Put my phone down. The amount of times that I've been like bidding on something on eBay, it's the last few seconds there, like I've got to pay attention, I have an alarm and I'm staring at my phone, going, right, okay, it's counting down, you've got to make sure you win this bid, and then 10, 9, and then my phone vibrates, I've lost it. Yeah, totally off in a la land there. I totally agree with you there. Where are we on the older YouTube, TikTok, there we go. Like to be abduction, maybe I have. Well, this thing got any missing time, maybe. And Agent X do Rendlesham, and I'll bring some other TikTokers down to take over TikTok. Oh, a 48-hour hunt. I would like to. I'll have a word with Pete. He'll be the wheels for that one, and it's a good location for it, isn't it? There. And John, a top astronomer for BBC, said the mothership is on its way to Earth. There. Really? That'd be interesting. What points, if you can send us that, John? I want to see that one, because they have been talking, haven't they? There's this rumour in the background that there's a mothership on its way, or there's some object course correcting to us there. I could bend spoons in my mind. I mean, people do say that you can do that, and it does look now, doesn't it, that there is more going on with that consciousness connection than we all thought previously there. And Europe Shiv will be up for that one. Oh, good, we could get loads of people together for it there. Alan can call his mates in to land there, and be good for all our energy together. That's a good shout, actually. Yeah, maybe could do a proper. Oh, guys, you're giving me ideas now. You're giving me ideas. If I've got enough things to do, that would be really cool, though, wouldn't it? Book a few days off there, and eBay is easy just to use a eBay sniper. An eBay sniper? What's that? Is that like an app that you can do to do it last minute there? That'll explain why I keep losing things. And Jamesy as well. It's meant to be Free Atlas mothership heading to Earth. Well, I don't know if they're the same ones. I know that people are talking about it a lot with 3i, but until we've seen it definitely display that movement, which it may well have, there's a lot of people keeping quiet, and there are some indications there. But until that, then we don't know, do we? And Dream as well. Maybe they are just space tourists taking photos. Maybe. And there wasn't there? We were doing one of our Patreon deep dives where we look into the phenomena. We were looking into a paper or a whistleblower account, and we looked at the whistleblower that was talking about the underwater UFO base there, and he was talking about UFOs being made for purpose, and they get to study them every now and again when they crash there, but they're not like a one design thing. Whatever their mission is, they were constructed in this underwater UFO base for the purpose there, and one of them was like a tour bus, he said, and he did wonder if there was that tourism element. Hey, it would make sense. I'd want to go to another planet and have a look around all the weird things. All the hairless monkeys shouting at each other. That'd be quite interesting there. We'll bring a Geiger counter to detect the Rendlesham UFO radiation. I mean, especially if we got a landing there. Where are we? Yep, it's Donna for Canic Chase. Do it. Canic Chase. Would I get too scared? Like Pendle Hill is on the list as well for like the old spooky ones. I'd get too scared though. You guys have to like hold me. I'd do the Scooby-Doo thing, jumping into your laps there. Oh, thank you, Mayor. That's a good point for the reminder.
Up, now it's hidden around the sun. It's now the time to keep a closer eye on the sky and see if there's any increase in activity up there. I mean, makes perfect sense. And it reminds me though, because today it seems to have gone quiet, but the last 3 or 4 days, like the activity that we've had, just in that general background, not the hydrogen line, not the SETI hello, is anybody else out there message we've been searching for, but the general radio activity of stuff going on does feel like it's built up, and now around the other side of the sun, quiet again. Will it pick up again as it comes back around the other side? And out there, Pendle has a village you can hire out for sleepovers. Oh, an event, village hall. I mean, how many of us are going to snore there though? Where are we? There. Where are we? Over on YouTube as well. She kind of looks like one in Star Wars Attack of the Clones. It was a positive one. Like his abduction experience was a positive one. If you want to chat someday, I have some really interesting... Man, we'd love to hear about it there. I mean, are you on our... Do you use Discord? Because if so, get on our Discord group there. Because our community would absolutely love to hear about this one there as well. It's about the alien indoctrination program. They have seeded starseed children like me with telekinetics and stuff. I have had mental contacts, and physical things happening to me since I was a kid. Wow. I mean, I've heard a little bit about the starseed things. There's a few of our community that talk around that sort of things as well. Maybe some similar abilities there. So yes, would absolutely love to hear a bit more of that one. Thank you for sharing it. And I don't think I'd risk Pendle Hill War. I mean, if you can't risk it, I ain't going to risk it. There. Where are we? Over on the TikTok there. Even Abbey Loeb admitted he was wrong. Oh, before he got outed as a chaos agent. He's an interesting agent. I'm not as... I like Avi at the minute, because he's definitely I don't see what a lot of people are saying about him, because when you listen to him, he's talking like, look, it's a thought experiment. We have to pay attention because not all of these things are going to be a thing. And then he gets labelled as, sort of sensationalist or claiming it's definitely aliens. He might push it a little bit, but I think what he's trying to do is just, because, as we all know, the mainstream scientific community is very rigid and very definitely not. We've not seen all this. So much to the point that they're blind and they're probably going to miss things. So I think he probably needs him to push it that little bit there. But I think he's an interesting one. I haven't written him off yet at the minute. But I also haven't bought his book yet. If Free Eye Atlas did come to Earth, government wouldn't tell us till it was too... Oh, 100%, Jake. 100% there. I'm sure I've even read somewhere that that's kind of like policy for this sort of things there. Dreams, I'm Starseed. Check out my artwork. Oh, tag us in it, and I'll definitely... If I'm not tagged, though, I tend to just forget when I come off of the stream there. I did a Starseed reveal on my YouTube, and it got no view. Agent X, I'm sorry to hear that. These platforms these days are incredibly hard, but they don't seem to like you, do they? So guys, check out Agent X's stuff there on his channel. I know he does some other deep dives on TikTok and stuff there. It's worth it. Keith, that noise hurts my ears. Going to have to go. Is it the background there, the static? It is a bit weird, isn't it, there, Keith? I'll give you that. So, right, well, join us again for a... God, my brain gone dead there. For a Skywatch next time, and the nights are clear there. The YouTube is on your profile. Okay, I'll have to definitely check that one out there for your YouTube, Agent X. Where are we? It's a bit of a trek up Glastonbury tour. It's worse. Well, Glastonbury is a bit local, so that was going to be on our list of places to go for our thing there. Although, yeah, maybe in my unfit state there. I did, however, randomly come into possession of a cool map thing all about witch trials from a deceased person I have never met in my life. Interesting. Is it like a... You have to show us some pictures of that, Kate. Is it like a really oldie map? Is it treasure? Now as well, wow, I did my thesis on Salem, we did, which traumatized you, not surprising, the little I know about it, and Kate as well, I have to dig it out, and some pics on Discord, 100%, we want to see that one. I've been to the Tor and Chalice Wells and the Henge. I know I've been to Glastonbury. I don't think I've actually done the Tor. I don't think. Or if I have, I don't remember it anymore. You worked on that site, Agent X. I mean, we had a reasonable chunk of witch stuff in Essex. Not that it really came up much there. Burning Woman Festival. I mean, that's a brilliant name for it, isn't it, actually? Yeah, she told my sister, manager of a care home, to give it to me. Okay, now that is weird. So that's what you meant by a woman you never met there requested to give you the map through your sister. That's cool. Do we know the history on this woman? Like, did she have like a reputation for witchcraftery or anything like that? Do we know she? Yeah, that's a fascinating story right there. That's like the setup to a good book, that is. I'd love to hear it. Guys, if you are just joining us, we are searching for potential alien radio signals tonight coming in from amongst the stars. We are searching on a frequency called the hydrogen line. That is the channel on the radio dial that scientists theorize we are most likely to hear the hello, is anybody else out there message. And in the 1970s, we may have heard just that. So the infamous wow signal was detected right at the top of the screen there, that yellow line. One of our best candidates as an alien radio signal ever detected, and we really would like to hear another one of them. It's a bit of a lottery. We have to wait to put in a lot of hours here, because as the Earth rotates, our dish will sweep across the sky there, and hopefully we're going to pass over that planet that is sending us that signal at any point there. And if it does happen, if it does come across the screen, it'll only be on screen for between 30 and 90 seconds there, and it's one of the ways we can tell that the signal isn't here with us. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We are searching and hopefully finding those signals. There we go, sorted there. What have we got in range now? Zorak, the star Zorak, is coming into view. Or I say come into view, it's going to be the next star, close by star in our range. Not sure on the distance of that yet. I'll have to let you know when it's come on to screen there. A wise woman, not witches. It's a colloquial term. They don't to wine. Is it what? Because it was used as a what's the word? Like a pejorative there, because of the history around it. Wise women. I'll try and remember that one. So yeah, but it is the night, isn't it? When we can overlap all of this stuff with the spooky. The Christians. There, DJ, how you doing? Good to see you in. How's your Halloween been? Spooky. Keep hearing voices. I think I've fully lost it, guys. All good. We are here. We are searching with all of you guys. You could promote them negatively and it gets more interest than why. So yeah. It's more of an interesting term, I imagine, there. Gotta lean into some of the things. There. Yeah, I don't know if it's coming from on the microphone. I think it's Leanne's got some videos on. I hope so. Alright, let's go back over to Twitch there. Yep, she was in for respite. Oh, okay. And had it with her for some reason. Family didn't want it when she passed unexpectedly. Weird. I'd want that. And otherwise my sister wouldn't have been able to give it to me. But because the family said to bin it, she came to me and was like, a weird one, this woman to give it to you. Wow. We would defo. Yeah, I'd literally quote. AL says, we would defo love to see that map. That is Leanne. So, yeah, I'd love to see the map that the woman gave you there. Question from DJ. Do you think there is something out there? Well, yeah, I would say there are shades to that question, isn't there? And then there's also like the shades of the answer, the percentage to it. So is there something out there? Is there life out there? I would go 100% there. I mean, even just in our solar system, we now are getting the evidence that there is at least microbial life in a lot of places there. But this universe is so vast, and why would we think that we are special there? Why wouldn't the universe be as populated, as diversely as we are? So I think 100% for that one. Now, are they visiting us? I'm still in the 90s percentage that I think we are. There is just so many interesting accounts that people are coming out now. You guys are sharing that. I just think there is something going on. There's absolutely something going on there for that. But I understand if people are not as convinced of that as I am there. But yeah, that is. I think there is life out there. Where do you stand on that one as well there? And Crazy, how you doing there? Please can you explain the blue line thing at the top? Right, so good question there. What is happening? What you're seeing there? So that is a live, it's like your radio dial there where you tune in to your different radio stations there. This is a bigger dial and it's really down the low end here. And what you're seeing in the wiggly lines, that is all of the live radio signals coming in across a range of frequencies or channels there. Now, where the yellow line, that is the position where we really want to see a spike. That is the frequency or channel of interest to us there. So ideally we'll see a nice big spike come in there and be on screen for between 30 and 90 seconds, and that could be our wow signal there, hopefully, you know, an alien radio signal. Now the box directly above me with the blue lines is above us there, that is the signal analysis section. So it's taking the same data from above, but it's processing it differently. So rather than all those dynamically changing peaks there, it's hard to kind of get a feel because it's just so busy. This works on averages, so you can kind of see patterns and trends over time. And it does change colour. Normally there's a lot of orange or some even some red in there, which tells us where certain areas are stronger as an average, helps us see the same data in a different way and pick out those potential signals that are there. You'll see a red box pop up every now and again. What that's doing is it's purposely looking at that background noise in that range around the frequency of interest there, and it's trying to see if there is any signs of there is a signal in amongst the background noise. Because these distances are so vast there, by the time an alien radio signal reaches us here on Earth, there's a good chance it's going to be so faint, it's going to lost all of its energy there, that we might not see a clear spike at all. We might just be lost in amongst all of that background. And that is what that red box, when it pops up, does. It looks just for clues. We wouldn't be able to pull out a signal from it and we can play it and hear it. It just doesn't have the technology for that. But it could tell us that there's a sign there, maybe a signal. And amongst all of that noise there, and then directly behind me, you guys can't see it on TikTok, but it's a live sky map there, and it shows us where our dish is pointing and what close by stars are in range there that may be sending the signals if we get one on the screen. And again, over on YouTube and Twitch, you can see some more down these sides. Over here we have waveform analysis, and that is looking at that radio signal coming in there and comparing it to previous interesting signals like the wow signal there as well. And up here we have information about the stars that are in range there. So if you do want to check those out for that bit more of the data there you go. There's the signal analysis. So it's looking, so analysing audio segments for periodic patterns there, periodicity and things. So yeah, it's looking, and it didn't find anything, no significantly interesting objects there. There you go. If you do want to see the widescreen there, we're at The Thing UFO on Twitch and YouTube there as well. Right, let me go back to the chat. So that's what we're doing there, DJ. If we are here, there is something else. I think you're totally right with that one there. And XP, how you doing? Which software are you using? So at the top of the screen, we're using something called SDR++, and that is what's bringing in those live frequencies there, the live radio display there. The other sections are all of the analysis that's understanding that signal. That's all ours, so we make that ourselves, and that's why it breaks occasionally, because it's shonky. But that's what we're using for that. We've got some low noise amplifiers and some filters and stuff in the signal chain into the big dish there to help us along the way there. Next, Sam, you're upgrading to a dual tuner lately? No, maybe. We are actually talking with the manufacturers to see if they will, and there might be a possibility of that then. There. That's great. Thank you, Crazy. And how are you? Where are you joining us from tonight, Crazy? There, Agent X coming in with the shares. Appreciate that, guys. All those shares and likes help us reach more and more like-minded people there, like yourself there. And Marsha, why, they're coming. Well, they may be, or they may already be here, some people say. But whether they are here, or whether they're coming, or whether they're not, they're probably more than just one. There may be a range out there. Why would the universe not be as diverse for life and civilizations as we are here on Earth there? So it's always interesting, isn't it, to try and see if anybody else is out there. What is going on? It's always worth it. And then plus, the radio signals are quite good. They're very unambiguous. If you get a signal in, it's pretty clear. It gives a lot of information within that. It's not like a light in the sky where people go, oh, it could be a satellite and stuff like that. I mean, people would say, oh, it's this and that, but it's recorded here. It gives us the information, so it does really help with that evidence for the general public there as well. And Crazy, have you ever seen any strange signals? So we saw some stuff earlier in the last few days, more towards the background, not this clear, nice spike for signal that we'd really want there, but on this frequency, the yellow line at the top there, the WOW signal was detected back in the 1970s, so our odds are quite good because there has been that previous signal here before. So that is, yeah, that's what we do. It takes a while, and you've got to put in the hours. It's a statistics game here, but there's only ever been a handful of good signals that detected there. Oh, Essex as well, Crazy Girl. I'm from Essex. Until recently, I lived there as well there. Say Baden out loud. Is that your name then? There we go, see if anything happens. As well, Mark, the latest estimates suggest that there are around 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. Mark, that is mind-blowing. So 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe, and each one of those galaxies, those 2 trillion, has billions of stars within them, and those billions of stars each will have multiple planets, as far as we know. And some of them may have moons as well, and got everything as far as we know. We're talking about that there are planetoid asteroid objects in our own solar system that may harbour life, even if it's simple life there. I mean, wow, I think it's going to be absolutely everywhere. Jesus Christ. We are definitely not alone. I think I would agree with you there as well. I try and remember to dig it out there, yeah. It's in the spider pantry. Oh no, the spiders have got the map now there. What are the chances that Atlas would be coming in and being slingshot back to where it came from, though? Just seems weird to me. I mean, it might not be slingshot. I see what you mean, they're going around the sun, but I think actually it's because it's so fast, it won't get caught by the sun's gravity there. By the looks of it, I think it's going to bend it slightly by the looks of it. Just travel all of that way and then straight back to where it goes from. That would be hilarious, wouldn't it? There. Oh, and over on Agent X is over on YouTube as well now. Psi abilities too. Just Starseed video. Oh yeah, definitely check that one out there, Nicholas. Check out Agent or X Uncovered over there. It's getting close to midnight. It is, yeah. We will be. All of the noises are kicking off here. We'll turn into a paranormal stream at this rate. Although I think it's a Leanne just slamming doors and coughing her life up. Marked mathematically impossible for there not to be intelligent life on millions of planets. I totally agree. But the next question is as well, is then we pass that by the sheer scale of it there. Like, are we close enough to each other? You know, it's got to be out there, but are we even remotely the chance of ever meeting each other because of these vast distances there? And then also within time, because these are, again, vast time scales that we're talking about, do we all exist? But anywhere near each other in time. So many variations on that one as well. Ah, that's a good idea, Agent X. Getting a community of the Starseeds together there. The veil is thinning. Could quite well be at the minute. We'll see, honestly, because I have noticed an uptick. Like, we don't normally get activity here, but I have noticed some bits, which, you know, goes against my rule of no ghosts in the house. Not that they listen to their mouth. You've got the thumping in your ear there. Now, I told you she'll milk it. She's fine. She's just got a cough. She'll milk it for years. That one. Ears ringing too. Oh, it's getting there, isn't it? What time are we there? Oh, 11 minutes, guys. Must be brave. No, never. Scooby-Doo. I'm not doing it. Not without my Scooby snacks. Oh, I'm working on an app. That's a brilliant idea. Great way to bring a community together like that. Yes, Agent X, I like that. Oh, you got the ads again, Kate. It's alright, Alan loves the ads. Pays for his fancy new clothes. I can't actually get over how quiet the signal has been today past the last few nights. You know, the background line there has just been so yellow over the shop. Loud, and we've even had those weird plateaus, didn't we? Those big straight like lines coming up. And today, totally nothing. Very, very weird. Ooh. And Claire, how you doing? Where are you joining us from tonight there, Claire? Let's watch Scooby-Doo at midnight. I probably will come off at midnight and just go straight into Scooby-Doo. Just chill out there. There was a Scooby-Doo van on eBay last week. That would have been perfect for us there. Oh, Doo is back. How you doing? Scooby-Doo somewhere. I had a big one there ages ago. Oh. How do we get rid of that one? There we go. It wasn't too bad then. It was a quick one. It is, isn't it? It's bad. It's quite a consistent those little humps from it. I was going to say it's nearly midnight. Why haven't you yawned yet? There we go. You've got one in. 5 seconds behind TikTok. That's not bad for YouTube. Normally it's about a minute or so. Where are we in the chat there? Crazy about so USA have released stuff on UFOs, but the UK won't do it. What do you think about that? We did have a couple of reports and stuff come out. I just don't think we have as much as the US. Like, they've got a lot of mid to low level stuff as well. I don't think we've got that stuff. We probably still have the big secret-y stuff, like the stuff the US is still keeping back there. I don't think we've got the same to the same degree, but I wouldn't be surprised on them hiding a lot of it there. Du Bois, PA, Claire, brilliant as well. Another international viewer, welcome aboard. Have you ever had an experience as well? We are based in the UK. We are just down the road from Stonehenge. A very ancient and mythical landscape here. Lots of the phenomena. And when we do our UFO skywatches, these are definitely the skies to watch. Very, very active. Here's some footage, actually. So yeah, when the skies are clear, we get the camera out and we watch all the weird and wonderful things flying around in the night sky. Or if the moon is up full, against some actual footage, see all the craters, all the details, all the weird and wonderful things flying around up there. Or we're doing this, a live alien radio signal hunt. So yeah, follow us and you'll be get the notifications, hopefully, when we go live there. And Amanda, I'm still here, but I'm outside in a gazebo. It's raining really hard, so I can't hear anything. Oh, well, I won't shout, but you're trapped out there until the rain stops there, Amanda. And John as well, Scooby-Doo, the plot with the same with every episode. Yeah, exactly. Well, I had the mask on earlier. Who was it that said it was like Scooby-Doo? I took the mask off. They're totally crazy with the governments. I do not trust them at all there. And it's interesting, isn't it, around 3i, that they're all silent at the same time. There, so rather than separately, it does sound like they are a little bit in lockstep there. And Josh as well, welcome aboard. Where are you joining us from there? UK has too many sightings to keep accurate reports. There are a lot. Just looking at the maps that we used to bring up here for the live sightings, dots everywhere. So many sightings there. It's been more fun than 3i Atlas there. Oh, no worries, dude. No worries. Janie, how you doing there? How did your nighttime wander go with a friend the other night? It was interesting. It was not at all trying to do something a little bit different. I mean, technically, I don't think it worked that well. Trying to hold the phone up, read the comments, point it, and it was all dark, so we couldn't really see anything there. But it was fun to go on a little adventure. And, you know, there were a few freaky little things that lined up. I don't know if I'm reading too much into it there, but May, I got some good shots of what was going on in the background that I didn't notice at the time there. You were in the background, just the eyes. Was it you that was screaming? And Kay as well, does it show on that UFO sighting map things that there are more sightings in low light areas? You know what, that would be a really good correlation though, wouldn't it, Kate? So I don't think you can filter by that, but I mean, if you kind of roughly knew the low light areas, get a map side by side, you could probably overlay them. You probably could well there. Alright, Alan, last space pee and off to bed for shit. Yeah, Alan, you've got to go out. It's time for him to go out. And, oh, look, oh no, May, look, he's in his spaceship. He's looking, he's judging you. He's going to press the button. That's what he's looking at there. Oh, where's my little thing gone there?
No, Maya.
Oh, he says no. He's a bit quiet tonight, aren't you there, Alan? You have Alan's sister, Alana. There's quite a few Alans flying around, isn't there? He's cute, he's a terror. Alan's a nightmare. He's no end of trouble for me. But that's the new thing we're going to be doing, I think, as well there. We're going to do a little Q&A. I need to tighten that. Keep forgetting. A little Q&A with Alan at some point in the future there. So we could bring Alan up and he can answer your questions there. Total refusal, unacceptable, Alan. Look, Kate's not happy with you, Alan. Can you give me some parenting skills, Kate, like tips there? How can I get Alan to listen to us there? Truth or dare with Alan. I'm not playing spin the bottle with an alien there. And crazy how long you've been into UFOs. I've always loved things with a big question mark. You know, like any mystery there. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to believe it all, but anything that has that, you know, the potential, the mystery around it. I do love anything like that. But I mean, I'd consumed a lot of content on it, but I never really didn't do any sky watching or anything like that until we moved here to the country, where it is a bit of a UFO hotspot here. And now doing this, we are seeing some things as well. How about yourself there? How long have you been into them? Is it a recent thing? A lot of people, it's either you're kind of born with it, or you know, you've seen something you can't explain, and then you get curious and you have to look. As well, Amanda, I'm going to get my earpods so I can listen. Good one, Amanda. Better stay on a bit longer there. Well, I refer to my kids as the ferals, so I wouldn't take my... It's just because you've got so many of them, it's fine. If you averaged it out, I'm sure it works out there. But Alan's borderline feral, so you must know how to handle him. And guys, if you are just joining us, we are searching for potential alien radio signals tonight, coming in from amongst the stars. We are looking at a frequency, listening to this channel on the radio dial here, the yellow line at the top. They're called the hydrogen line, and that is where scientists think we are most likely to hear the hello, is anybody else out there message from another civilization. And we may have heard that just in the 1970s, may have heard just that. The infamous whale signal was detected right on that right on that line at the top of the page there. We want to hear a repeat of that signal if we are lucky. And Janie, thank you for the heart, very, very kind of you there. Where are we? Adrian, have you tried those translating ear push? I haven't actually, though. I found anything just Klingon or Elvish, though. I'm sure that'll be an update at some point there. Is that the wow signal stuff? Yeah, you can Google the wow signal. There's lots of stuff on there on YouTube. Alright, lost the flow of the conversation. Bribery, Kate. Well, we tried bribing Alan with the alien pets, but it just goes to his head. But yeah, search the wow signal. It's really, really interesting. Had all of the hallmarks, and science has, as it does, a couple of theories. But for me, and I think it's still not accepted at all, because it did look like an intelligent radio signal, and science jumps through its hoops to try to explain it away. But kind of like with the Muamua, when they were going, right, well, it's acting like a comet, except for it's not got a cometary tail. I think, well, there's a dark comet. Well, it defeats the object, doesn't it? That you've tied yourself in such knots coming up with excuses of why it can be something, that now you're talking absolute crap. And I think that's kind of the same with the wow signal there. I think the only semi-reasonable theory around the wow signal they've ever thought of, and this is a recent one, is that if there is a star that does a particular sort of type of supernova explosion at the right place, and then part of those rays go through a cloud of hydrogen in the galaxy, then you might get a signal. It's all too very perfect, all too very perfect for me. It doesn't go with Occam's razor there at all there. Oh, Maya, what did they see? What did you see? What's it on screen? Don't tell me it's in the room with me. It just hit midnight. In line with that. You think that monkey they shot into space is coming back with some friends? I think it's going to be pretty dead by now. The image of that monkey. I don't know why that tickled me during Painter. Oh, Paul, what's the name of the monkey that did that? And what orbit did they send it on? I imagine it probably wasn't like a lean-on gas. I imagine it probably was in orbit and then re-entered and burnt up and didn't survive from that one. Didn't they send a cat up there that did survive? I think there. Oh, it was a flash. Someone decoded the WOW signal. Yeah, I need to understand that one a bit more. It's interesting, but I'm not quite sure that they're like in Planet of the Apes. It's like a reverse Planet of the Apes, isn't it? Again, where are the flashes? I'm not seeing the flashes. Hey, the flashes. Poor monkey. Yeah, they went through a few of them. The worst thing is, though, the Russians probably. It's catastrophic, yeah, for the monkey. No, the Russians as well. They probably lost more astronauts. Yuri Gagarin probably wasn't the first guy in space. In fact, there's a strong indication that he wasn't even the first one to survive coming back from space. But yeah, the Russians, they don't tell you after they've done it successfully. So there were probably a lot of cosmonauts that just shot up and did not make it back up. And have you heard of the lost cosmonaut theories there? You're going to, like, there's lots of interest. I'm not sure if some people say they're fake or they've been disproven and stuff, but, the recordings of what could potentially be, lots of, cosmonauts in distress pre-Yuri Gagarin there. But they do say that it was his buddy that was actually like a week earlier that was actually the first man into space there. And because this guy, the first one, actually landed near China or in Chinese territory, he was a prisoner there. So they set up old Yuri and then gave him the medal for doing it. He's fully booked up. Also, just listen to it. The wavelength is going crazy. It's that sound from outer space. So the WOW signal itself it's a weird one, right? Because they didn't actually record the audio from it. The technology they had at the time, it was just like an analog printout, so they didn't get any message from it. It could only record basically that there was a signal and how strong it was. So the stuff that you hear at the minute where it's the recordings of it, it's not actually the direct recording, it's somebody's interpretation of it there. But it was a very interesting signal because it was really, really strong. Nature makes all sorts of radio signals all of the goddamn time. Nature is very messy and very noisy in radio, but intelligence signals are very precise and efficient, so they are quite different there. And this one, it was very precise, it was very loud there as well. So it did not look like a natural radio signal at all, and it also had Doppler shift, which is where the light waves are either compressed or stretched, or the radio waves in this case, depending if the source of the signal is moving away from you or towards you. So like a planet in orbit around a star, it's going to move away and then come towards you there, and that would stretch and compress the light waves there. It means that the frequency ever so slightly changes across it from the initial starting point frequency there. And again, the WOW signal had all of that. It was a real clear one. The only reason we don't go, this is definitely aliens, is because it didn't repeat. So science, I think understandably, wants to be able to double check and make sure that there wasn't something else going on, get another telescope to point and listen to it. But at the time, it wasn't a manned telescope. The university would go and send their person to collect the data every morning, and they'd read through the numbers and stuff like that. So it's they didn't get a chance to point another dish at it, and also they haven't pointed a lot of telescope time to it since. They have done some. People have looked again, and they've done it periodically, but not a lot in the scheme of things. And the actual statistical chance of catching a repeat of the signal, which is what science needs, for the amount of time that they've done doing it, is very, very low there. So that's why we're kind of doing it. We want to listen out as well. But it's a very interesting signal there. He's going to be pissed off, yeah. Buzz Aldrin saying we never went to the moon. Yeah, he said some very interesting things there. You're off to bed, Mayor. Good night, and thank you for joining us, Mayor. Hope you have a good weekend. We'll catch you probably tomorrow night there. And John, scary world with Russia and America doing the news. Yeah, I've heard rumours of it. I keep out the news at the minute, because if it blows me up, it blows me up. But it's too stressful otherwise. Everyone measuring themselves at the minute there. And Dream, why they put a map with that monkey saying, where are we? Sounds like when you put a seashell in your ear. It does a bit, actually. Oh, turn it down. Hold on. So that is actually meant to be the sounds of the Big Bang, the cosmic microwave background. Huge pants, it rarely refreshes. It is a weird beast. And Laura asks, I remember my mum mistaking Buzz Aldrin with Buzz Lightyear. That is actually, yeah, that is pretty cool. Buzz Lightyear, first man on the moon or second man on the moon? You can thank Disclosure for me chatting tonight. He didn't enjoy me being in stealth mode, didn't he? Hiding away there. Where are we? What if Atlas is a byproduct of whatever the signal was, assuming it was something natural? Oh, good shout, actually. Yeah, I mean, although I suppose it's come quite close, though. As far as we know, there's nothing in between, like the distances of those stars and us, though. And the time it would, I don't know, maybe. That's an interesting thought there, Kate. I say natural or something non-alien communication. Or I'm still going with aliens for the wow signal. I don't like that their current excuse for it. I'm lucky. You're always lurking. I went to Sheffield Comic Con as Buzz Lightyear. Oh, cool. Did you have the pop-out wings there? I think she changed her phone alerts to Infinity and Beyond. That is pretty good. Still want Atlas to be a damn mothership, but in like a nice way. Like a nice friendly mothership coming to invade with hugs. Oh, hiding in the background whilst watching the Corbell Corbell podcast. Excellent choice. Flattered that we can share your ear space. Disclosure, appreciate that. I had the helmet, the wings, and the jetpack. That's what well, I had the alien mask on. I lasted 15 minutes with the old alien mask earlier. Yeah, not a good one there. Yeah, it wasn't. It was too hot for me there. Excuse me. Where are we? Oh, we're gone midnight. Right, I am going to head off because Leanne has an early start in the morning, but we'll probably do a really bloody long one tomorrow because I literally have nothing else to do tomorrow evening and I'm on my own, so you guys can keep me company all night. Pending the internet plays ball, that is, there. But thank you everybody for joining us, keeping me company, asking your awesome questions, tapping away, helping us build our little community here. Gifters and subbers and stuff too as well. You guys are absolute legends and do appreciate you. There tonight, there. Cosmic cruise control there. But you guys are absolute legends, so thank you so much. Last chance to give us a follow so you can join us again tomorrow there. But also remember our Discord is where you can join us offline and we can chat away together. But you guys are absolute legends, so thank you very, very much. And we will catch you at some point tomorrow night. Night, guys. Oh, and the Reddit. I always forget about the Reddit Agent X. I'm a nightmare for that one, but we do have a Reddit as well there. All right, catch you later, guys. Bye-bye. And you guys over on Twitch have us actually for an extra few seconds whilst I navigate to find where those buttons are to turn it off. Where are